What's up everybody, D-Man back. Welcome to a brand new video, and today we're going to be doing another Anime Matsuri loot haul. Alright, so this one is going to be my loot haul for Anime Matsuri 2021. Again, huge thank you to Anime Matsuri. They're the ones who made this video as well as all the other Matsuri videos possible. They're friends here at the channel and they have given me incredible opportunities. So if you don't know, I was a guest at Anime Matsuri 2021, which meant they brought me out there so that I could experience and capture the convention for you guys. So for that con, there was a lot that I got. I got a lot for it, and then I got a lot at it. Starting out, just because they're going to be the most glaring things, I got my badge here. It's a guest badge, it's not a press badge, so it's like an upgrade from the last time, which is sweet. It's got this cool lanyard on it. I really like their lanyards. They're really high quality, they feel nice. And then of course here's the badge for the year, or at least the badge that I got. I don't really know what the other badges looked like. There are signatures on it, and I'll be talking about that a little later. Okay, the next most obvious is obviously the Otaki jacket, which I didn't get at the convention. I got it for the convention. It did not arrive in time, so I couldn't wear it during the convention. This is not the official Toho Otaki jacket. I tried to track that one down. The one with Jet Jaguar was all sold out. I talked to the manufacturer and they're like, well, we don't know when we're gonna get them back in stock or if we're gonna get them back in stock. That sucks. So I went with kind of an off-brand one. It's actually a really, really comfortable jacket. I'm actually a big fan of it. It is cheap. It's stringy. Like the strings are coming undone already. I've only had it for 2 weeks, but it is really comfortable. I actually really like it. I love the look of it. It's obviously from Godzilla Singular Point, and on the back we got like a kind of an off-brand Jet Jaguar logo. It doesn't really look as good as the real ones, but you get the idea. It's like a shape of it. A very poorly rendered version. So there you go. There's my boy Jet Jaguar. I'm sure you can see him giving the good old power fist, the good old punch, punch, punch action. I don't know, dude. I am a big fan of the jacket. I really like wearing it. So I was supposed to wear this all weekend. Did not make it, so I defaulted to my Invasion of Astro Monster jacket. The same one that I wore in 2019. Well, not the same one, but the same style. It wasn't the same jacket because of some things that happened in G-Fest that I'm sure you'll hear about someday. All right, next up for gear, I'm not really going to spend too much time on it, but I got a Canon EOS M50. This is what I was rocking with all weekend. Super tight, super compact, very nice camera. That was the big selling point. It was the most compact and easy to travel with Canon camera that they had. It's still pretty high quality, and it was very good. You may have noticed, and I'm sure I've said it in other videos, I didn't really know how to use it. I ordered it for Matsuri and it didn't arrive until right before I left, so I didn't really get as much time to play with it as I wanted. I got 2 days with it, and I didn't get to spend much time with it during those 2 days, so I didn't know how to use the autofocus until the very last day of the convention, and I didn't really have a good feel for how the footage was gonna look until I looked at it afterward, and then I realized I shot a lot of stuff very crooked. The way I had the viewfinder screen was a little crooked, and so it looked straight to me because I didn't look at it right, because that's my bad. I did it wrong. But I got a bunch of batteries and chargers for it. It was actually a great camera. I really enjoyed using it, and I definitely will be using it a lot more in the future. Next up, I got 2 Rode mics. Now, actually, I've seen a ton of very popular YouTubers use these, so I knew they were pretty good. They actually use this exact kind. There's nothing special about it. It's just the Rode mic, the standard one, I think. It's pretty good, actually. The audio you hear in all the videos from Matsuri. I was this. It did a really good job outdoors. It did a good job hearing us. I really thought it was going to be like 2-directional, to where if it was pointed at you, if someone was talking over here, it wasn't going to pick them up, but it does a pretty good job picking up immediate surroundings. It was very good. I'm very happy with the mic, and I will continue to use it in the future because it's a huge step up from what I've been using previously on the go. I did the majority of my shopping day one at the convention at the Godzilla store. Once I did my initial passive Godzilla store, I didn't really buy much else. I can't think of anything I went back for. Pretty much got everything I wanted right away, including a bunch of new shirts. I'm trying to get 1 shirt for every Godzilla movie, so having this is kind of a good start because now I have a default Heisei shirt that I can wear whenever I talk about any Heisei stuff that's not a particular movie that I own a shirt for yet. I believe this is part of Toho's new Godzilla Versus line that they're doing, so I think it's supposed to just be like all the Heisei era stuff. That's what this shirt is. It's a Heisei era stuff. You've got like Mothra, Batra, Godzilla. You've got both forms of Biollante over here. You've got Destroya, Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla, and then King Ghidorah and Mecha King Ghidorah. Now, there's something really interesting about like the Mechagodzilla and stuff where some of it looks a little weird, and that's because it's got featured designs on different shirts. So we'll talk about that in a minute when we get there. Next up, I got this Burning Godzilla shirt. Thought it was pretty sweet. I've been trying to get more white shirts because it gets really hot here in the summer, and so I've been trying to get shirts that are more comfortable to wear. For whatever reason, I've been really preferencing the white shirts lately. Here's a cool Burning Godzilla one that I got. It's a pretty sweet design, and then of course it's got the words Burning Godzilla. All right, next up, here's where we see that Godzilla versus thing come back. Oh man, this is a sweet shirt. They come in multiple colors at the store. You could pick your color, but I got this one for Super Mecha Godzilla. It's got like Garuda, I think that's what it's called. I'm not the biggest fan of this movie. It's got Garuda attached to his back, and then I really like this like X-ray side versus the normal side. Super sweet. Plus you got the UNGC logo here. That's pretty cool. Also like the grid background. This is just an awesome shirt. I really like this one. And then on the back, you got the Godzilla vs. logo, which I guess is how people refer to the Heisei era. Finally, I got this awesome Final Wars Gigan. This is just a great art piece, man. I'm happy that I have it on a shirt. It's my only Final Wars shirt. It's Cyborg Monster Gigan. Super duper cool. I'm a big fan of this design. I think it looks awesome. This is one of my favorites that I have. And I also think it's cool that you got the hook hand versus the chainsaw hand. That's sweet. Of the shirts I bought, that Gigan one's probably my favorite. Next up, I have been saying on the channel for a long time that I wanted a Mothra plush, and they announced one a while ago, but I didn't get it because it was too expensive. But I saw it, and so I was like, I might as well grab it. It wasn't from Godzilla's store. I got this somewhere else at the convention, but I'm happy that I have it. This is, of course, the Rainbow Mothra from the Rebirth trilogy. It's a very pretty design, and I actually really like it. As Joe called it, he said it was a big alien bug with rabbit ears, alien eyes, and then he pointed out all the different things that weren't quite moth-like with it. That cracked me up. So I got this big ugly alien bug, or I got a really cute soft Mothra plush that I really like. You can't really cuddle with it. It's an awkward shape, so if you were gonna be one of those people who's gonna like snuggle your stuffed animal, it's not great for snuggling. I'm glad that I got this one. It's way cheaper without shipping. I'm glad that I grabbed it. They also had a Godzilla and a King Ghidorah, but I didn't get either of those. The final bit of equipment that I got is just this little flexible tripod that's meant for your camera. It's just a stand-up one, so it's nice. I didn't actually use this ever unless I used it for one vlog. I didn't get a ton of use out of it, but I'm sure I can find uses for it in the future. Okay, more stuff from the Godzilla store. I got this 1954 Godzilla artwork. I wish I knew the artist. Maybe it's Murakami Yuji. There's a name on there. Maybe that's the artist, but it's just this really great artwork of the 54 Godzilla. I think it's really wonderful, so I wanted to grab it. Along those lines, they've got a giant Godzilla photo book here. It goes from Godzilla 1954 to King of the Monsters 2019. It's just filled with loads and loads of great images, and there's little info in here, so it's got tons of behind the scenes photos and a lot of really cool promo stuff. I'm very happy to have this one. I haven't actually checked it out yet, but when I was looking at it at the store, I was like, I can't walk away without it. Plus, it just looks beautiful. The black and white and then the gold. Oh man, that's great as well. On the back even, it's just this super simple, but it looks great. The reflective gold, it makes this feel really special. And again, it's got tons of really cool behind the scenes photos and hopefully some cool information. I'm really excited to go through this and see what I can learn, and I just love having stuff like this. It is all in Japanese, so translating it will be the hard part. Next up, we have original recipe Jet Jaguar from Godzilla Singular Point. That's right, baby. The wacky Otaki design itself, no upgrades, Jet Jaguar original. He's kind of like a gorilla. Now that I hold it, it's kind of like a gorilla posture. You've got the little Jet Jaguar card here. It's got some like copyright info on the inside. And then you've got this little Godzilla SP banner on the back. This thing is beautiful. I really like this. I'm so into Godzilla Singular Point, so I'm happy to have Jet Jaguar, and I'm happy to have him in my collection. Plus, it's just nice vinyl, soft plastic, feels really good, and it's pretty high quality. I think they did a good job with this one. Hoping that like SHMA does like an articulated Jet Jaguar. That's what I'm looking for. Next up, this is certainly a Godzilla store exclusive, and so I wanted to grab it. So you have a nice little Mechagodzilla logo here. It's Mechagodzilla 75, so it's the Terror of Mechagodzilla. Nothing really special on the back. Again, you can open it up and it's got copyright info. I don't really take the tags off my Bandais. I like to keep the tags on. It's got a really good sculpt. You've got the MG2 logo on the side here. I'm not really going to get it too close and show off all the details because I'm not reviewing it, but it's actually a very well detailed. You've got tons of bolts and lots of good texturing in here. It's a great sculpt. I think this might be their standard Mechagodzilla sculpt, which they do a very good job with, except that it's got obviously the teal color and then this red mouth, which is really interesting, plus the yellow eyes, and then there's white teeth. So there's is a fair bit of variation going on in the face that it really makes this thing pop. It's super interesting. You certainly see it from far away. You're like, that is an interesting one. I know some people prefer them to look screen accurate. Just buy the screen accurate one. This is like a special deal. I think it's cool. I actually really like this. I'm very glad that I got this. I was really worried they were going to sell out before I could get them, but I got in there quick enough to where I could get it. And I'm happy for it. Next up, we've got these little figures. Obviously, I haven't torn them open yet. That's what I'm doing right now. They had these little Godzilla figures. These were not sold at the Godzilla store. These were sold at a separate booth, but I saw them and I wanted to grab them. So here we have a little Shin Godzilla. He's pretty neat. Just kind of black and kind of purplish, which I suppose makes sense for Shin Godzilla. Then, because I don't really have a lot of merch for him, we've got the Ani-Goji. So this is Godzilla Phileas or Earth, whichever one. So those are the two Godzillas that I got. They're really nice and small, and so they're just cool shelf holders. Then, you know it wouldn't be right if I didn't walk away with my boy, King Kong. The true king! Here we go, we got the little Kong. I think it's just generic Kong. The scarring on the chest is kind of Peter Jackson-esque. It's not like a one-to-one Kong design. It's just supposed to be King Kong, the normal Kong, just whatever Kong. I got one of these guys for me, and then I got one for Kaylee, so she had it on her booth on Saturday, I think. So if you walked past her booth on, I believe, Saturday, she had this out. So here's a little gift I got her. She got the last one. I bought the two, so I bought this one for me and then one for her. We got the last two. If you were there and you were wondering what happened to the Kongs, that's what happened to them. All right, next up, we've got this mystery pack. So it's like a classic Godzilla. I obviously haven't opened it, so I don't know what's inside. Looks like there's three possibilities with like a Heisei Godzilla, the Son of Godzilla, and then the 1962 Godzilla. Obviously, you know I'm rooting for 62. But they duped me. Here we go. We got the 1967 Son of Godzilla design, one of the wackiest Godzillas ever put to screen. It's actually my least favorite suit. I'm not complaining to have this. I actually like it. I'm glad that I got it. Next up, we have a Godzilla 2014 mystery pack that could either have Godzilla, the male, or the female Muto. So let's find out. Here you go, Godzilla himself in all his glory. I love the pose. Well, now that we got a little Godzilla here, I'm hoping that in the next one, which this is the last mystery pack that I got. It's another one of those ones. I'm hoping we get the male Muto, because I don't have enough cool stuff of him. But if I had to guess, we'll probably get Godzilla again. I'm a horrible guesser. We got exactly what I wanted. We got a little male Muto. That's awesome. I'm actually really, I didn't know. I'm glad that I pulled the two that I wanted. Not that there's anything wrong with the female Muto. I just already have a Bandai of her. I'd like something of the male Muto because I don't really have anything of him. So there you go, the little Godzilla minifigures I got. Let's quickly run through the autographs that I got. I got Matt Frank's new incredible Godzilla vs. Kong piece. This is amazing. It is super cool. It's a lot like the one he did for 2017 when Kong Skull Island came out before GVK. It's a lot like that, but man, this one is so much cooler. This is so great. I'm really, really happy to have this one. I use Matt Frank's art a lot in my videos, so it was like, how could I not support the artist himself when I use the art all the time? That'd be like really stupid of me. So of course I wanted to get this. Next up, I know I've met him before and I've gotten his autograph before, but I did not get his autograph for Godzilla 2014. TJ Storm Godzilla himself. I totally forgot to get his autograph on 2014 and 2019. I only got his King of the Monsters autograph, so I had to make sure I swung back by to get 2014's Godzilla. I was really worried that they weren't going to have any 2014 Godzilla stuff for him to sign because King of the Monsters is the really popular one, so I was really happy to see that there. Next, this one was just given to me, which is super nice. First of all, it's my first Godzilla vs. Kong poster. Awesome. And it's got Kaylee's autograph on it. This one was given to me by Ryan, who was with Kaylee's family. I've already said thank you in person, and I don't know what else to say but thank you. It really means a lot to me to have this and to be given this, so there's not much else I can say but thank you, but I really, really do appreciate it. Next up, I had to get the most beautiful scene in the whole movie, my favorite scene in Godzilla vs. Kong, the finger touch. I had to get Kaylee's autograph for that. So this is one that I got and I couldn't be happier with it. It's such a beautiful still and have her signature on it. That's everything, man. And as the old proverb goes, boys support boys. You already know I couldn't stop there. I had to get Kaylee's autograph on a bunch of stuff, including Kong and Me. I got her to sign Kong and Me. I thought I was going to be really clever and be the only one to have this. I bought two so that I could have one preserved and one to kind of ruin over time to read and, you know, wear out, especially if I have kids. So I wanted one to be preserved with her autograph on it, so I bought two, and then I went there and they were selling them, so you could have bought one at her autograph station and gotten her to sign it. I thought I was gonna be really clever and be the only one to get her to sign this, but no, I wasn't. But either way, I'm really happy that she signed this, and to anybody else who got this one signed, that's a cool move. I think this is a really cool way to go. Finally, I got her to sign the Godzilla and Kong Battle Ready Funkos. Now, as I'm sure you can see behind me, I have all the Funkos already back here, so I technically didn't need these two because I believe I already have them, but I didn't have the 2 set and I wanted her to sign it. I just wanted to like support the family as much as I could, so I got this one. So this is another sweet one for the collection. All right, for the final autograph from Kaylee, I have my Anime Matsuri badge. I had the idea that I wanted to get everybody to sign it. I wanted to get Kaylee's whole family to sign it, and I wanted to get everybody else to sign it. I didn't get Matt Frank to sign it because by the time I was getting this signed, he had already left, and I barely got TJ. TJ was on the way out, and I stopped. I was like, wait, can you please sign my badge? He runs over and he's like, oh, what? His hands are full and he's on the way to the airport, and he's like, okay. And I handed him a Sharpie and he's like, what am I supposed to do? Sign it with my left hand? I was like, anything, man. So he signed it really quick and then ran off, which is why we got this scribble signature from TJ Storm. He's like, that's the sloppy Godzilla, I'm sorry. And then he takes off. I'm glad that I at least got him to sign it because I didn't get anybody to sign my 2019 badge, and I really felt like I missed out on that. Now, just on the front, just because I didn't want to make the family feel awkward, I got Kaylee's autograph here in the center, I got her father Joshua's autograph here, and then I got her mom Ketsy's autograph here, which is cool. I know I've said it before, but I loved meeting this family. I thought they were so cool. I really had a good time hanging out with them. I was so thankful that I got to meet them and that they allowed me to spend time with them, and so I wanted to get this to remember them. I tried to get Joe's autograph, but he didn't quite do what I thought he was gonna do. As you may have seen in other videos, he was into Yu-Gi-Oh, so I got him to sign this Yu-Gi-Oh card, and I thought he wrote his name on it, and so I was like, okay, cool, I'll get him to sign this one too. He didn't write his name on it. I asked for his autograph. So here on the epic Caligo Claw Crow, we have Never. I didn't look at it, so I was like, okay, he signed that one. What about the second one? He just did a bit of a dash on that one. Man, that kid's funny, dude. That cracked me up. But hey, it's still his authentic writing, so I feel like I'm winning here. Next up, you've seen it, you know it, you love it. We got the Ultraman Z Ultra Staff of Destiny. It has a name. I don't care to know what that name is. It's my Ultraman staff. Now, if you're wondering how I went about getting the Ultraman Staff of Destiny at Anime Matsuri, when they definitely weren't selling Ultraman stuff, I actually have footage of when I acquired such a legendary item.
So anticlimactic.
It's like a guitar, as I'm sure I pointed out in that clip. So now we got the Ultraman Crossbow Staff of Destiny. Honestly, man, I don't even know what to say. If you tune in to any of Monstrosity's After Darks, you may have heard us memeing about this. I was just so turned off by Ultraman Z's blatant use of selling toys mid-show, such as this. It's become a big meme. That's the backstory. Matt said he was gonna get this thing for me forever, and I really never thought he would, and then he did. Honestly, as silly as it is, a huge thank you to Matt for this. It may be for a meme, but it's like a symbol, you know, it's more than just a meme. So honestly, I appreciate him thinking of me, and I appreciate the meme. Okay, we're gonna speed run some adjacent stuff. So this isn't stuff I got at the convention, it's stuff I got afterward, but it's sort of related, or it's at the very least tied to Godzilla. Mega Kong, finally got the Mega Kong. I've been trying to track this guy down forever. I'll unbox him with the other Playmates figures. I just wanted to show this one off here special because I could not order this thing online for a cheap, reasonable price. Mr. Matt Frank had to go out of his way and find this one at a Walmart for me, and then he sent it to me. So huge thanks to him for finding this one because I could not find it for a reasonable price. So I'm glad that I didn't have to spend $1 million to get this. So there's Mega Kong. Next up, as some of you may have seen on social media, I did a little bit of a giveaway at the convention where I gave away Blu-rays of Godzilla King of the Monsters and Godzilla vs. Kong. I also had DVDs to give away just in case they didn't have a Blu-ray player. Everybody took the Blu-rays for Godzilla vs. Kong. I had a few people come up to me and they said the phrase that I told them to say, but then they were like, I don't actually want anything. We were supposed to give these away at the Legendary Godzilla panel, but if you were there, you know that there were some time crunch issues, and so we didn't actually give these away at the panel. So that's why I had these left over. I'm left with one King of the Monsters Blu-ray, and then I'm left with a collection of DVDs here. Now I'm kind of just considering incorporating them into my collection somehow, but either way, these are what I'm left with. People claimed the Godzilla vs. Kong ones, and then one person claimed King of the Monsters. Okay, super speed run. I got the new issue of Trials of Ultraman. I got this issue of Godzilla Rivals. Don't even know what this is, but it's to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Hedorah. Then I got issues 3 and 4 of this one, the Godzilla Monsters and Protectors comic. got the new issue of Ultra Mega, and then I got the Mad Magazine Godzilla vs. Kong compilation. I got the Godzilla Singular Point soundtrack. It's phenomenal. Can't recommend it enough. Very, very good. And then finally, another incredibly massive, huge shout out to Matt from Monstrosities. Please, guys, please go check out the channel. I'll link it down below. He does incredible, incredible work, especially when it comes to Singular Point. He's killing it with the Singular Point content. He's by far making the best videos on Singular Point of anybody, so please go check him out, give him some love. Monstrosities Tokusatsu Vlog, I know I've talked about them before. You guys, I'm sure have heard about them. Please go check them out. Incredibly well edited, very well made videos, very well researched. They're great. Please go check them out. Matt sent me this, and it's kind of a little bit of a care package. There's some posters on the inside as well. I just can't thank him enough, man. I can't thank him enough. So thank you, dude. If you see this, thank you. I really appreciate this. It's the Godzilla Singular Point art book. It's full of tons of behind the scenes info. It's a lot like the other art book that I showed off way earlier. I love this stuff. I'm really happy to have this. Well, that was the loot haul from Anime Matsuri 2021. Did you go? If you went, what was your loot haul? Comment down below and let me know. Other than that, huge thank you to all my patrons over on Patreon. If you want to support the Patreon, link in the description below. It really genuinely goes a super long way towards supporting the channel and making these videos possible. So it's really, really helpful to me, and so I can't thank my patrons enough either. But if you want to join the Patreon, you can get early access to content, you can get access to the Discord community, as well as a number of other things. So go check it out down below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys next time for the next one. D-Man out.